You've made it to Life on the Back Nine, the podcast for those of us who need reading glasses, a retirement plan, and maybe a nap. I'm Kevin.
And I'm Danielle. We're talking real life, real estate, and midlife mayhem. Because apparently, this is what having it all together looks like.
So grab your coffee.
Or your wine.
And let's tee off this week's chaos. So this is
our story.
Our first ever podcast. And we're going to start it with our story. How did we meet?
You were my realtor.
There was.
I was in the process of buying a home on the seacoast and working with another realtor and had a home to sell here in southern New Hampshire. And I was referred to Kevin to help me sell my home.
Yeah. And I did.
And right away, I really liked him. I thought he was a nice guy, but the glitch was I was actually selling my home to move into a home with someone else.
And my glitch was?
You were going through a divorce.
Yes.
When I met Kevin, I immediately liked him, and he really was knowledgeable, knew what he was doing, and I had always thought about doing real estate, and I just kept thinking to myself, if I ever get into real estate, I'm going to have him train me.
And I did.
So fast forward to 6 months later when my life blew up and I was in the middle of living a Lifetime movie, one of those really bad ones.
We were both living a Lifetime movie.
Yeah. So I called Kevin and said, I need your help. I need to find a new place to live.
Yeah. And
he did.
So the search was on, helping her find a house. She was looking in Dover and in Salem. And so there were some circumstances that didn't work out, so I was actually helping you in both areas.
Yeah, and honestly, I think one of the things I liked about you the most was that when I was trying to decide, most of my family is here in southern New Hampshire, but I really loved the seacoast. And you said, your kids are grown and it's time for you to make a decision based on what's going to make you happy. If you're really happy, I think your kids would want you to be happy. And that's just so nice.
So she stayed out in Dover.
I did for a little bit.
Yeah.
That's where our love bloomed. Once all the mess was cleaned up.
Yeah. So I had a closing in Dover and, I texted her, I said, you want to have a coffee? Not knowing if I'd get a response.
And of course I said, sure, I would love to.
And here we are.
Here we are, 5 years later.
Then we started working together and...
Well, I was working as a teacher at that time. That was right after we were just coming out of COVID. And I had been teaching, first I was teaching at home, then I was teaching kind of hybrid. And I was working at a technical high school, so teaching cosmetology online was not the most fun I've ever had. So
I got to witness that.
Yeah, and that summer, though, was the first summer where schools were completely shut down, so there were no summer programs. I had always worked the summer programs. And so I actually had the opportunity to do something, and I said, I think I'm going to get my real estate license. They had an online class. It worked out timing-wise. My son, was in his preteen years, so summertime meant sleep till noon. So I took a class online from like 8 to 12 in the morning, and it worked out perfect. And then we were told we were going back into school, kind of hybrid in the beginning. And then we went back in full time, but I was not going back as a cosmetology teacher. I was going back as a special education teacher because I'm dual licensed. So shame on me for being dual licensed.
It's a plus for me because now I know how she gets to deal with me.
I'm good at managing challenging behaviors.
Yes.
So once I went back, I did eventually go back into cosmetology. I was doing real estate part-time, actually helped two of my colleagues buy a new farm, and just decided that if I did both, I wasn't going to be good at either one. So It was time to make a choice, and I chose to go into real estate.
Good choice.
Oh, we should talk about how that all happened too, the bet we made when I was taking my real estate.
So most people do not pass the real estate test on the first time. It took me 5 times, and I was like, I'm a smart guy. So I figured if it was going to take me that long, it was going to take her that long. So I said, if you take that test and pass it the first time, I will take you on a cruise.
Wait, and I when he first told me that it took him that many times to pass and that not to be discouraged if I did not pass the first time, I thought to myself, I've never failed a test in my life. What are you talking about? I'm not going to start now.
Yeah.
And that's when we made the bet. You said, if you pass the first time, I'll take you on a cruise.
So what do you think she did?
Still waiting for that cruise.
She passed the test. Not just New Hampshire, but then she had to outdo me and get the Massachusetts license.
And pass that.
Passed that. And that was how many years ago?
3 years now? 4 years? 4 years now.
How many cruises have we gone on?
0. Big fat 0.
Big fat 0. We did go on a boat at the Portsmouth Harbor. We went on a boat there.
It doesn't count. And the pedal boat that you bought me this year for the lake doesn't count either.
Yes, it does.
If I have to pedal the boat myself, I don't think that's quite the cruise I was looking for. About.
So let's let people know how it is working as a husband and wife team, because some people will say we're crazy.
Yeah, most people say we're crazy.
Yes, but we are.
Yeah, my friends ask me all the time. So, what's it really like?
Yeah.
Like, how do you do it?
I have people ask me how do you work with your wife? I'm like, I like being around her.
Yeah, we actually like each other, so that's a benefit. Yeah. If we didn't, it might be a little bit harder. Oh.
And when you're working with the two of us, you have
the best of both worlds.
Yeah, you've got Mr. Technical,
Miss Creative, I guess you'd call me.
Well, I would put a pool table in a dining room. She would not.
No. And I think our strengths and weaknesses balance each other out. So things that he's strong in are my weaknesses, and the things I'm strong in are his weaknesses.
So I'm good with technology. She's good with pen and paper. And when we walk through a house...
Wait, but with the pen and paper also comes, I'm really good at reading. I read a lot of self-help, how to improve our business, and then I just give him the cliff notes because he doesn't.
And I listen to a lot of self-help on podcasts, and I retain just as much.
True.
So, anyway.
Different ways of learning.
Yeah, and when we walk through a home, you get 2 points of view because I look at things a little differently than you do.
Yeah, you're looking at the systems, the roof, that kind of thing. I'm looking at the layout of the house, the design.
So,
is it functional?
So when we're working with clients, they like that because, like, for example, if we can't show a house together, if she's working somewhere else, I'm working. I could tell you an example the other day was with Ashley. We're working with Ashley and Matt. Hi, guys. Hope you're watching this. And she was like, I wish Danielle was here to look at this one. I'm like, yeah, me too. But I'm here.
Especially as an older home, which she knows that I love. So
yeah.
She knew I would appreciate the charm, where Kevin's probably pointing out all the things that will need to be replaced.
So when we talk about the older home, so let's talk about how we came up with this name, Life on the Back Nine.
Oh, yes. So my youngest son, Josh, anytime we are nervous about doing anything, even this podcast, he will say, why do you care what anyone thinks? You're on the back nine anyway. Just enjoy it. So the back nine is always the best part of the course.
So here we are, Life on the Back Nine, middle-aged.
Enjoying life,
and we work with some younger people, and so it's almost like they're our kids, right? And we enjoy that. We love working with people downsizing, moving on to the next phase in life, whether that be selling or upsizing, downsizing. We love working with first-time home buyers and giving them those keys for that first time and watching the smile on their face and thinking about the times when we bought our first homes.
And honestly, I feel like because we have children in that age bracket, if we wouldn't let our kids move into an area or into a home that, looks like it's falling down, we're not going to let anyone else do it.
We're going to give them the advice. We're going to give them the
Right.
pros and the cons, because some people love that falling down house and like
Well,
they can
if they
see
have the
through
skills,
that.
if they have the skills to do it, that's a great investment. Well, I'm not going to say anything about most homes. If you are able to do work to the home, that's the return on investment is huge
Yeah.
there. So
And we love guiding. I mean, we could talk about some people that just bought a house here in Pelham, just across the lake from us. And
Kelsey and Paul.
yeah, from what they bought to the pictures we've seen and what they have now, night and day.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Or Josh
It's
and
beautiful.
Megan
Yeah.
with their house. Man, I wish I had his skills.
Mm-hmm.
I don't. Back to pool table in a dining room.
I can paint and that kind of thing. That's about it.
So other times, other not so great. Well, it's good we work together, but there were some not great times. Like we were dealing with some transactions, and I had a heart attack and was in the hospital for days.
But I see that as at that time, I just said to him, thank God we worked together as a team, because he was in the hospital. I would say to the doctors, I'd check in with the doctors and say, okay, I need to show a home. I'll be back in half an hour. Is he going to be okay? Yes, we will take good care of him. Go and just, we'll talk to you when you get back. And so our business never really slowed down or stopped.
Yeah.
Even through that, he was able to rest and recover and get back on his feet. And I just kept things going. And and the same when I've had health issues. This past year I had to have surgery, and he, picked up the slack for me. So it's nice in that way that our business and everything just keeps moving, even if one of us is sick.
And it's growing, right? We have our daughter-in-law working with us now, Janelle, who's had a couple of sales with some of her friends and family.
Yeah, my son's best friend just told me he's going to get his real estate license, so we're excited for that.
So, yeah. So there's a lot on the horizon. Life on the back nine. It's the best part of the golf course.
Yeah, we're enjoying it.
People say it's all downhill from here, but I'm telling you, the best part of the roller coaster is downhill.
And I would say best piece of advice we could give you, best real estate advice after our shared experience in the very beginning, is if you are thinking about buying a home with someone you are not married to, get a lawyer involved, make sure there's a plan for if things don't work out, because I honestly thought that if things didn't work out, we would just sell the house and move on. No big deal. But it was at a time, it was actually before COVID, and things were not moving as quickly. And so I was living in prison.
We call it the doghouse.
Yeah, I used to just basically live in my room. It was lovely.
Yeah.
Yeah. So make sure you have a plan. I mean, I would hope that most people's circumstances work out a little better than mine did. But in the end, it all worked out in my benefit.
It did.
Wouldn't be where I am today.
You got the Coops.
Yeah, God was looking out for me.
So that's it for Life on the Back Nine. If you've laughed, learned, or just felt a little less alone in your midlife madness, share it with a friend. I'm Kevin.
And I'm Danielle. Remember, keep your head down, your humor up, and your mortgage current.
See you next week.
Unless we forget what day it is.